Yes, welcome back to quickly Savva, get there quicker. The What Are We Doing Here podcast. Guys,
The
I'm
greatest
having a
podcast on the internet.
Huh?
The greatest podcast on the internet.
Greatest podcast on the internet. Sorry, guys. Thank you for anyone that was just watching the test run on Streamlabs. Thank you for those who put in some super chats. I am technologically redundant when it comes to everything life.
I would have used the word inept, but we can go with redundant.
Inept, which is why Stanley. Sorry. Which is why when people say to me things like, "Oh, you've created fake accounts and you've got," I'm like, "Trust me, trust me, I haven't. I wouldn't have to do that." Anyway, what we're trying to do, guys, and Perchy does help me with all my technology and helps me set up all my stuff in the background. So what we're trying to do is set up so that we can move across to Streamlabs full time. It's got better usability, and we're just trying to set up what that looks like. And we've got to play around with a few things, and we need the match bingo logo over there, and we're playing around with it, aren't we, Perch? We're playing around.
Yeah, no, it's not user friendly for someone like you, but it's someone you've got to learn. You've got to learn at some point. Yes. And look, as I said, but I did say to you, I said, look, the best thing to do, right, is just go live, right, and just play around with it with people. Hey, you should have monetized that stream, to be fair. You had about 1,000 people watching. I've already had a look at the views on it.
I did monetize it. People have put in super chats.
No, as in like ads. Get the ads in there.
Oh, yeah. So I don't know how to set I don't know how to do all that. We'll sort it all out. But listen, we've got the basis of something going there.
It's play around. You can play around. As I said to you just before we went live, I said, look, a couple of times a week, just go live randomly and just be like, look, I'm playing around, seeing what you guys think. Why not, right? It's all a bit of fun.
Absolutely. So look, we'll play around with that. But anyway, we're back. It's the What Are We Doing Here podcast. And Perchy. This is the streamer. We get to talk about whatever we want, really. So I know that any of you that watch us every week, we talk about football, but we will talk about some other little bits as well. The Tottenham fans, honestly, Perchy, I'm going to start by saying this, right? Benjamin Knows Football says we want another test stream. It's fun. Not fun for me. I hate it. I can't stand it.
It's fun.
I want to be such a big YouTuber that I've got for one reason only, right? I want somebody. I want somebody to be my full-time editor that sets everything up, does all of it in the background. Perchy, our fan base, the way they're talking to me is as though we're bottom. Everything is dreadful. And Thomas Frank should leave the football club immediately, with immediate effect. Thomas Frank, pack your bags, go back to Brentford.
Well, look, I think people, unfortunately, still think we have Angepostecoglou in charge, and we're not won a game under him, and as he got politely departed, lol. But on a serious level, I think people. The problem is unfortunately it's a societal thing. I always say, "I am." Thank you, Mark. You're a legend too. I'm humbled, very humble. I'm telling you. No, but I think the key bit for me is, and I think one of the really, I think, as I said, it's a societal thing. Everything is all about now, right? Manager comes in and immediately it's, well, we've not won 8 in 8, so we must be shit. Like, I just think people got to be really realistic. It's funny because everyone becomes really sensible in the summer, right? Everyone goes, it's going to take time. Frank needs to bed in the new players. Simmons needs time to adjust to the league, blah, blah, blah. And the second the season starts, and we don't win a game of football, it's, oh my God, Thomas Frank out. Grow up. Really? I'll ask you the question here too, and I think I know what your answer is going to be. Did Aston Villa, apart from 2 worldies, tear us apart yesterday?
No, they didn't.
And I think isn't that the key bit for me? If, for example, we lost 3-0 yesterday, but Villa peppered us all game, I'm going, I've got worries now. Apart from the worldies, I don't think Aston Villa really tried. No, try's the wrong word. I think they tried, but they didn't really penetrate what we were trying to do, right? I just think it's really weird. And hi, Andy Lester, you're a legend too. Saw your message. No, but I think this is the key bit for me. Did we look like we were going to get peppered? No. Why is everyone having a meltdown? It's ridiculous. I'll carry on while Savva's attacking the dog and looking at finding Stanley. So I think at the moment what we have to do is really calm down as a fan base. We act like everything and bamboozle. By the way, did you see the goals? Rodgers scored a really good, but and Buendia scored a screamer. By the way, question marks on not closing him down. That I agree with. But let's be fair, they were quality goals. It wasn't like, for example, they scored 2 corners or 2 tap-ins at the back post and we've left where they were cutting us open. They took 2 screamers. It's just really silly for me. Randomer, what he said, Perchy, I'm franking, but it seems whenever anyone criticising, there's there's no excuses. Did Thomas Frank yesterday get it wrong? I don't think he got it wrong. I think we were playing a very good football team in Aston Villa. I thought the lineup was fine. I had nothing really minus for me the left winger and the striker issue, which, let's be fair, doesn't really matter who he picks. I just think at the moment, people need to really calm down. I think it becomes really silly at the moment, and people just need to relax at the moment. Look, we're not going to win everything. I think the fans know that we're not going to win everything. What do people realistically want? What do people want at the moment? Because every time one thing doesn't go our way, we lose a game, everyone goes crazy. And for me, just please, can we just calm down? For once, can we calm down? Because it just becomes insane at the moment. Big up Scott, my man. I think we've been poor for the majority of the season. Yeah, but I think I think there's games where we've not been good. I think there's games. I think the key bit for me here, Scott, and I'll meet you kind of halfway. I don't think we have been amazing, but what were people expecting? What were people expecting from us this season? We say our football's dull. We haven't got the players to tear people apart. So I kind of get your point. But when everyone's sitting there going, we've been shit, we're crap, we're that, what were we expecting? We're going into games with Matisse Tell, Wilson Odobert, like Brennan Johnson, Richarlison. It's funny, isn't it? Because last season, and I'm not saying you, Scott, last season we had everyone blaming injuries while we were crap, while we were losing everything. Every game we were losing. No one's mentioning injuries now. Why is that? And you know me, I don't use injuries as any level of excuse. Got 10 players out injured at the moment. Like, I just think it's really, I just think it's insane at the moment. Our football is dull, but Nebo, what were you expecting, my man? What were you expecting? What did you think was going to happen? Because I just think at the moment, it's become really silly. For me, it is what it is. When we start buying better left winger, a better striker, Ricky, I agree. I agree with you. We should have got improved on players. but we have a couple of issues. Players don't want to leave, and we're not getting in better players. It's funny, isn't it? The same people that sat there and said, "Oh, look, not getting a left winger isn't good enough. Not getting a left winger wasn't good enough." Big up Daniel, 7 points dropped at home. Bright, but let's break that down, right? Fair enough, fine. Drop 7 points. Brighton, good football team, right? Brighton are a good football team. Bournemouth are a good football team. Wolves I can accept. Like, for me, Wolves, Bournemouth and Brighton are good footballing sides. So us dropping points against those, I'm not against. Wolves, different story, right? Wolves, for me, is a different story. We probably should have done better against them. But let's not forget, this is a Wolves team we don't actually beat, right? So I just think at the moment, it's just... We were getting beat every week under the last regime. We won 2 games this season against a Bournemouth side who, by the way, are brilliant at the moment, if they hadn't conceded that late penalty against Palace, would have been top after the 3 o'clock games. So we're talking about just... I think at the moment it is what it is. Big up, Savva, man.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry, I had to sort out something really, really importantly. Yeah, listen, I just think it's all a bit. I just think it's all a bit crazy, isn't it? I'll explain in a minute. I just think it's all a bit crazy. By the way, I do think I should probably delete that stream I just did for the test. I don't feel like it needs to stay in my library, does it?
Nah, keep it for it.
No, I'm gonna delete that test stream. I am gonna delete it.
Shameless views.
Well, no, I mean, it won't do anything. I'm just trying to work out how to delete it, if I'm brutally honest. Delete forever. There we go. Yeah, but thank you for everyone that did. Yeah, I understand. Delete forever. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. It is deleted. Yeah, listen, I just think it's really interesting that fans have sat and watched us last season lose 22 games of football. Acknowledge that we need someone to come in, take time, make us hard to beat, sort out the defence, get us looking organised. But then because in the first 8 games, they're not seeing some really breathtaking football and really fun to watch, they go, it's rubbish. I mean, I had people earlier, Perchy. I had people earlier in my team saying, if he doesn't beat Monaco and Everton, he's got to go. I mean...
Oh, come on, man.
That's where we're at with this level of fan, right? The new age fans are... No, you lost 2 games by 1 goal. See you later. You've got to go. It's absolutely crazy.
The thing. I mean, comments like this: the great technician was outmaneuvered by Emery. Unai Emery, one of a very, very top coach. What? Like, the way people are talking about Aston Villa are talking like we're playing Walsall. Like, all of us, I don't know when it all became, by the way, that Aston Villa were a crap football team. When did this absolutely miraculous thing happen? Because the way people are talking, like, all of a sudden, if I'm right in saying, like, aren't Villa like one of the most informed teams in the league right now?
They're the second most informed team in the league.
It's ridiculous. Like, now all of a sudden that I don't know where. I'll be honest, I don't know where the arrogance has come from Tottenham fans that we can just walk in and beat everyone. Like,
but we should be battering everyone. This is the thing that people keep saying. Oh, we should be battering Villa. Why should we? Aston Villa are a good team. Why should we be battering them?
Look at the team yesterday, right? Take out Kudos, take out Paulinho. Who else was new in that team? Who else was new in that team? Everyone else, barring those 2, 9 of the 11 were here last season. Where we were getting
Simmons.
So 3. So 8 of the 11 yesterday were here last year that got beaten by everyone. We were getting beaten. It didn't matter if you were West Ham, if you were Villa, whoever, we were getting beaten by everyone now. But then all of a sudden, we've now become this arrogant team where I just
Hang
think
on,
it's
hang on. Look, this guy is brilliant, right? Marius,
Marius, mate.
I know
VAR
Marius.
on you, mate.
Yeah, Marius, you make me laugh. You're now telling me the answer to Spurs is Kinski and Brennan Johnson, right? You're saying Kinski should listen. We can have the conversation about should Kinski play, right? We can have that conversation, but I mean, whenever I watch Kinski, I'm not completely enamored with him either. By the way, I don't think it's like, oh my god, he's amazing. Secondly, Brennan Johnson, right? Where does he play in this team? Where do you see him playing, Marius? Because the problem we have is we don't score goals, right? We don't have threat. Where do you see him playing to change that, right? Like people going, we got better players than Villa. Sorry, have we? What? Onana, McGinn, Kamara? It's a brilliant midfield.
I'm just
Morgan
looking
Rogers.
If we want to do this, we can do this, right? I'm looking at the 11 that started yesterday. I'm taking Daniel Marlin over any striker we have at the moment. Any. That's one. John McGinn gets in our team. Morgan Rogers gets in our team. Onana probably gets into our team. Kamara gets into our team. Look, I'm not even going to go. I think Digne gets into our team. I think Cash gets into our team. I think I'd probably pick our two centre halves. The argument may be Konza. Their goalkeeper is better than our goalkeeper. So when we say we've got better players than Villa, based on what? Based on what evidence, right? Like,
what I think about this, right, is it doesn't matter whether Villa have a better team on paper or Spurs have a better team on paper.
I think it's balanced,
right?
personally.
But either way, that's not how football works.
Of course.
Right. Okay. So why have Liverpool in the last week lost to Chelsea, who they've got better players than? Crystal Palace, who they've got better players than? Galatasaray, Man United, they have better players than all four of those clubs, Perchy. They've lost all four, right? The problem is people like Marius, I'm going to say it, I like Marius, but he's starting to wind me up because Marius, you watched us last season lose 22 league games. You've seen us this season lose 2 in 8. On average, that would mean, and obviously life doesn't work this way, on average, that would mean that we lose 9 to 10 games this season. Now, it doesn't work exactly like that, Perchy, because there will be spells where we lose 3 out of 5 and stuff like that. But what is it that people... I can't get it, right? And this is, I'll be honest, Perchy, I'll move this away from football as well. This is everything I hate about the world in 2025.
Agreed.
Right? This is everything I hate about the world. New manager comes in. Why are we not brilliant immediately? I mean, bloody hell. This manager had to come in and sort out the back four, the midfield, the forward line. He had to make us hard to beat. He had to stop us losing games week in, week out. But no, we get fans like Marius going, but we've got better players than Villa. Okay, cool. So does that mean every single time a team loses to a team they should be beating, the manager needs to be sacked?
Can I ask a question?
It's mental.
Can I ask a question?
Mental.
Arsenal, Man City, Bournemouth, Liverpool, and Chelsea. Which out of those teams do we think we should be above? Bournemouth, maybe? They're having a good start.
Right.
Out of those teams, who do we think? If I said at the start, it's funny, isn't it, right? At the start of the season, everyone went, we're going to finish 5th or 6th this season. We're 6th and everyone's going, oh, it's crap. What?
Right. Who in that? There you go. Who above us shouldn't be? The only one you can argue is Bournemouth, who are 1 point above us. Right? Have a look at it.
Brilliant this season.
Right? Other than that, they're 1 point above us. One point. Like, Perchy, I get it. I'm frustrated that we're crap at home. Right? And we'll talk about it. But we've been crap at home for years. This isn't new. This isn't a light switch. This isn't Thomas Frank comes in and you go, ta-da!
Man,
Right,
it's ridiculous.
I don't understand. Right, Bournemouth have a good manager who's been there a few years. The players know his system. He's got some good forwards. They know how to play his way. We've got a manager that's come in, right? We've got a manager that's come in and he's had 3 months, right? He was given a striker on the very last day of the window who hasn't been able to start a single game for us, right? He was given Xavi Simons after the first 3 games of the season, who I think, listen, Xavi Simons hasn't been brilliant, but he's going to need time to adapt to the Premier League, right?
Yep.
So let's be fair. So far, this guy's had Kudus and Paulinho, and we're all going, go on, be amazing.
I'll flip it, right? I'll flip it. Say Buendia's shot goes wide. Let's just say Buendia's shot goes wide. It finishes 1-1. 3rd in the league. Right. We scored 1 goal. Right. Is separated us from being 3rd, because here's the argument. Or if we'd have scored instead of Buendia, be 2nd in the league. What? It's way too early to be judging things based on that. So we've lost 2 games this season, right? We've lost 2 games. We lost to Bournemouth, good team. Villa, good team in good form. We only Bournemouth and Arsenal have lost less games than us. I just think this is insane, right? I just think it is absolutely crazy the way that we, as a football club, act, as a fan base, we act. We're on 14 points. We're about where we expect to be. I expect us to finish around anywhere between 4th and 7th. I said it at the start, anywhere in that little pack of 4th and 7th, there'll be a few teams in that conversation. Why all of a sudden is everyone just acting like we're crap? Like you'd have thought yesterday, the way people talk is like all of a sudden that we've been beaten every game this week. Like we lost 5-0, for example. Like you'd have thought by the reaction we'd have got battered 5-0 at home yesterday. I thought it was a very, very evenly balanced game.
I thought we were the better team.
Second half specifically, I thought we were the better team.
Can we look at this, by the way, right? Like everyone, we spoke about this offline. The new scapegoat is Bentancur.
He is, yeah. Bentancur is.
Hang on, let me just delete this bloke who's a troll. There we go. Right. Bentancur is the new scapegoat. Right. I thought yesterday against that 3-man midfield of Onana, McGinn and Kamara, I thought Paulinho and Bentancur were excellent. Right. I did not think the issue with Tottenham was our midfield yesterday. The issue for me again is you have got Tell, you have got Odegaard. They are not good enough footballers. Yeah. They are not good enough footballers. Doesn't matter how much people want to pretend they're great. Every single time they get the ball in those dangerous areas, you know nothing's going to come of it. Right? But we get this. Marius, mate, you're over there. He is not a number 9. Brennan Johnson is not a number 9. I don't understand. Honestly, this fan base makes me want to cry. Perchy.
Marius, you do realise? Do you know what? You put Brennan Johnson as a lone 9. You do realise this is the problem. This is how simplistic football fans have become, right? Brennan Johnson scores goals, so let's play him as a striker. Well, Harry Maguire scores goals. Doesn't mean I want him as a number 9 either. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. Like, that's not how life works. You've got to be a bit more analytical when you think about when you say things like that. Brennan Johnson's goals came from him ghosting at the back post, scoring a back post tap in. By the way, credit for him to doing that because he can do that is what he's good at. Do you think Brennan Johnson would be able to hold the ball up? Do we really think Brennan Johnson would be able to pick the ball up and hold the ball up? Really?
But this is the thing. And by the way, I'm going to have this out with Stell tonight as well. He's been saying this to me, right? He scores goals. You do realise the role of a centre forward, other than when they're not scoring goals, they have to run the channels. They have to hold the ball up. They they have to have the fight with the two centre halves. This notion that because he scores goals from out wide means that he can play through the middle is absolutely mad, right? Again, Marios, again. Who do you want to start in front, Marios? This drives me mad. Are these facts? I'll say it. Is he stupid? Right.
So, as a nine, the only two options you have. Oh, go on.
Tell and Odegaard are not great. Neither is Richarlison. Neither is Brennan Johnson. These players are not good enough, Marios. This is the problem. See, you are the sort of fan that Tell and Odegaard play. I don't want them playing. Cool. And I agree. Now, Richarlison and Johnson start and we don't win. Oh, but he starts Richarlison and Johnson.
Yeah, exactly.
Who do you want to see him start? Marios, maybe, just maybe, it might be that the players aren't good enough. Maybe.
What? I think this is the key bit. This is the key bit. But equally, you're saying about loaning out Solomon, he's equally not good enough. Like, are we in a... Do you know what? You said this a few weeks back on this show, on the greatest podcast ever. You said this. You said, it is brilliant being a player not playing for Tottenham because you're shoehorned as the greatest player, right?
Agreed.
Manuel Solomon doesn't play. Oh, well, we loaned Solomon out. We should have played him. He's crap. Solanke's injured, and all of a sudden now, by the way, Dominic Solanke is like Cristiano Ronaldo as a 9. Like... because
these players become better when they're not playing.
If you're not playing, you're a better football player, right? This is where I find it ridiculous. I find we keep saying buy better football players and you'll get better results. You want to play free-flowing football? You need better football players. And the problem is we're now judging Thomas Frank over. I just find it silly. We have so many people now who have just lost understanding. Thomas Frank has been here for a few months. And all of a sudden, he's the problem. Really?
People don't understand how centre forward works. It's so funny. You think that playing him through the middle is going to... I tell you what, it is what it is, right? Look now Solomon's now the flavour of the month. I love this. This is a player that no manager has wanted to play, right? Yeah. Now all of a sudden, Solomon should be playing. Can we call it for what it is? None of these players, Solomon, Johnson, Tell, Odegaard, Richarlison, none of them are good enough. None of them. Can we just call it for what it is, please?
This is the problem, right? If you've not got quality, then you're never going to improve, right? And let's be fair, our issues are in the final third. Our issues are, I don't think we have an issue in midfield. I think Paulinho and Bentancur, if they stay fit this season, I'm comfortable with them too. Comfortable with 2 centre halves. I'm moderately comfortable with the fullbacks, depending on who he picks. And look, whether I think he's good enough or not, I'm relatively comfortable for the time being with Vicario. I think there's question marks, but for now, I'm not. He's not the issue.
Can I say, right? Look, this is what makes me laugh. People are struggling to understand how you've gone from hating the previous coach to super duper positive for the current one. It's that all the players aren't good enough. We're sick. We're sick. We've lost 2 in 12. We haven't. Nothing's gone wrong. There's no drama. You Spurs. You are making it out as though Thomas Frank has lost 6 of his 8 games in the league.
This is insane.
Hasn't. We are 2 points off second.
This is insane.
It's not that I'm super duper positive about the current one. It's that the current one is doing what I thought we would do. The old coach lost 22 games in a season. You fucking moron. How can you not see this? It's just,
I love. By the way, this is why
oh,
this podcast
God.
exists, because it allows us to let some steam off. Some of you lot chat some absolute bollocks. By the way, love you all to bits in the chat. Who cares? Whoever. Look, you can say whatever you want, but it's just
It's
absolutely
gone mad.
nonsense. Like, the reason why I hated Ange Postecoglou was because we lost every week. We were going into games, and Savva, you know this because I said this to you at the time. I went, we're losing today. You're like, nah, you can't do it. Trust me, we'll lose today. And then we'd lose 2-0. Going a game, losing. We're losing every week. And it just became really, really silly. Look, I think for me, right now, we all can all address the issue in the room, which is we haven't got a great left winger. And look, we can only hope that someone like Kulusevski gets back fit. By the way, I'm not massively enamoured by him, but he's better than anyone we have on that left-hand side. So I'd have him in there any time of the week, right? Solanke's another one. Again, I'm not massively enamoured. You
know what? Right. Let's all stop doing any football YouTube and stop supporting a team because we're not top. So what's the point? We're not top. What's the point? Right.
I love how this is the negative channel, but all we've done we're not getting criticised for being absolutely comfortable in what we're doing. It's madness.
I'm just confused. I'm so confused. Right. By the way, let's have a look at this. Right. Would everyone in the chat say that Spurs had the momentum in the Villa game? Would you say that we were on top for most of it?
Definitely in the second half, yeah. I thought second half we did, yeah.
Right. Let me show you something. For all those that keep saying that the manager got it dreadfully wrong, Paulinho and Bentancur don't work. Let me show you this.
Yeah.
The yellow is Tottenham. The white is Aston Villa. Right? I would say that the game plan worked.
Yeah.
I would say that we can't finish our fucking dinner.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here?
Even when we watched the game, the first goal, by the way, everyone was saying completely against the run of play. Completely against the run of play. They picked out an absolute worldie. Can we not address the fact that they scored 2 absolute quality goals, by the way? Are we just forgetting that? Morgan Rogers' goal was brilliant, and Buendia's goal was brilliant. What are we doing here? Literally, this is not like. And by the way, whoever it is, I keep saying him, and he's put it in about 16 times. So good on you, and I'll give you your 5 seconds of fame. If this is an echo chamber, why is everyone debating with us? If it's an echo chamber, we all say the same thing. You fucking idiot. Sorry.
Who is it? Who's being an idiot? We call them out.
I think his name is Ricky.
Oh, don't worry about that, idiot. Oh, don't worry about that.
Every 5 seconds, I see echo chamber laughy face. Mate, if it's an echo chamber, we'd all be saying the same fucking thing. Get out of here.
I'll tell you what. Yes, they can't. And who are the other forwards? Who are the other forwards? How are you not getting this? Brennan Johnson is the saviour. Yes, Brennan Johnson is the saviour. I'm being sent stats about Tell yesterday as well. I mean, what an awful footballer Tell is. Matisse Tell, 60 minutes, 0 shots on target, 1 big chance missed, 15 touches, possession lost 9 times, duels lost 7 out of his 8 duels, chances created 0. Wow.
So can I just pull this up? Scott, this I agree with. Now we're having football conversation. Both goals were avoidable if we closed them down. Fair enough, we're getting somewhere ever slowly, right? That's the criticism for the goals, that we should have closed down both of them. But let's not prevent
Can you hear
the
that?
fact that they... What?
I survived a day with Sean and still have a liver. Embarrassed smiley.
Have you still got...
Can you hear that?
Yes.
Right, basically, because I've still got Streamlabs open elsewhere,
Brilliant.
It's pinging. When there's a super chat, it pings and reads it out. And you were talking over it, and I was like, no, stop talking.
Oh, yeah.
No, you Spurs. No, you don't. No, don't just agree with the pair of us. But when you
We
said,
like the debate, man.
but this is the thing. When you're saying, why was I positive about this manager, the last one? This manager so far is a sitting sixth where I would roughly expect Tottenham Hotspur to be, right? We've lost less games than last year, conceded less goals, have a bigger win percentage. We've got the best away record in the league. Why do I need to be really, really negative? Like you are going on as though something terrible has happened. What? Right. Again, Marios. So Richarlison is the answer.
I love it.
Richarlison, who has not scored for 8 games. Right? Mawani, who is not fit. Mawani's not fit, Oh, Perchy, do you see what I have to deal with being a full-time YouTuber? Now, Richarlison is the answer.
I love it. But this is the problem, right? If Richarlison was playing the last few games, Tell would have been the answer. If Johnson was playing the last few games, Odegaard would have been the answer. This is the problem. Can't we all just agree right now that they're not good enough at the moment? This is insane.
Can't we all agree? I don't know how we can't all agree, right? None of these forwards are good enough. None of them, right? Like only Kudus from the right-hand side.
Yes.
What we do is whichever two play, we talk about the other two that aren't playing as though they're the answer. Then when those, right, here's what I'll say. So Marios the genius, right? We should be playing Johnson and Richarlison. Well, how was it going before Richarlison was dropped? Were we winning every game before Richarlison played
Didn't we all say to drop Richarlison? We were all literally all sitting there saying, can we drop this guy? He's crap. What are we doing here? This is hilarious.
It's absolutely mad. This is why, when I got absolutely cussed out on the Spurs 5, when I said, it was negligence, this transfer window, I was told, oh, don't be so stupid. But I'm telling you, it was negligence. We did not buy good forwards. As much as Sean can pretend to me how good Tell and Odegaard are, these are not Tottenham Hotspur footballers. They should not be at Tottenham, right?
It's insane.
It's never mad.
But this is what I mean. This is what I said to you, and I mentioned it earlier. This is why I feel you're better off not playing for Tottenham, because you're made to be a better football player. You literally are better if you're not playing. Like I've heard some crazy takes. I've heard, bring Will Lancashire back. He can play up top. Really? Bring in, I don't know, Jamie Donnelly. He can play. Bring back Mikey Moore was another one I heard. What? This is what I'm saying. Not playing at Tottenham, you become a better football player by just not playing at Tottenham. It's insane.
It is absolutely true. Whoever isn't playing is suddenly the great player.
Yeah.
Right? Like yesterday, you look, everyone lost their mind before the game. Oh, Romero's playing. We can't win. I thought we were good defensively yesterday.
I didn't think
the 2 goals from outside the box aside, I thought Danso was very good.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think Danso did anything wrong. I'm amazed, by the way. Marius is now saying Brenton Johnson's good enough. Wow. What? Wow. Just wow. Wow. Sorry. I'm gobsmacked. Like,
listen, as I said, we will only realize. Do you know how Johnson isn't good enough? Johnson spent all last year on the right wing, right? Who's been our best player this season at Tottenham?
Kudus.
Right. And what position is Kudus playing?
On the right wing.
And what sort of an upgrade is he from Brennan Johnson?
Massive, right?
Right.
Kudus is unbelievable at the moment. He's brilliant.
So what we want to do now is, because Johnson's shit on the right, I'll tell you what, we'll have him on the left. Oh my God. It is mad.
This has to be the funniest one. This has to be funny. I'm assuming you're talking about Birmingham City. Birmingham City might want Brennan Johnson. I doubt it, actually. They may not.
Okay, so we beat City with Johnson and Richie.
Great.
Okay, hang on. Let's play him at his own game. This kid's hilarious. Every time we lose, he is Frank out, and then the next week he always says, "Oh, I may have been a bit rash." All right, hang on, ready?
Maybe.
Ready? Oh dear, look. We lost to Bournemouth. Look who started up front. Is that Johnson and Richie? Mate, are you not getting it? None of them are good enough, Marios. None of them are good enough. It is crazy. It is crazy. I'm now hearing, oh, God, Spurs haven't been good because Bentancur's playing in centre middle. Paulinho should have been Bergvall.
Oh, don't get me started on the Bentancur crap. I think it's mental.
But we controlled the midfield. What? Yeah. I don't understand what.
You lot in the chat are football fans are nuts. By the way, like, yeah, I've never known meltdowns like it. I've genuinely never seen meltdowns like it. As I always say, and I say it again and again and again. Yeah. What do people expect was going to happen this season? On a serious level, what? Because the difference is we sit here and we give our opinions, we give our piece, but it's documented, right? So our opinions are sat on the internet forever, and you can go back and go, Perchy never said that, he said this, or Perchy did say that 12 months ago, blah, blah. You guys in chat can kind of get away with it to an extent, right? To an extent. What did everyone genuinely, this is a serious point, what did you all expect this season? I said we'd finish around 5th or 6th. We're about there now. Like, I just think we were losing, right? Like, we were losing last season. Finished 17th. And now all of a sudden people think that we should be winning, trouncing everyone. I just think it's nuts. I just think it's absolutely nuts. And like, for me, I think the problem is, yeah, look, Scott Fine 8th. We're doing better than that, right? So I don't get why everyone's losing their absolute marbles, right? I said we will finish around 4th to 7th or 8th in a box. Spurs will qualify for Europe. Which European competition, I don't know. We will qualify for Europe, right? Tottenham, I don't think we're a mid-table team. What? Based on what? How are we a mid-table team?
Who said that?
It's on the screen. No, we're not a mid-table team. We are 6th in the league.
Do you know what's funny? I'll tell you what's funny. All right. Okay, so I'll answer. I expected subs on time and for the manager to change things. Here's a question, randomer. You tell me yesterday what subs he could have made that changed the game. Because let's be fair, Johnson came on and was absolutely horrific. Marios's guy Johnson was absolutely shocking. But he scores goals. Well, he had a chance, 2 minutes to the end, take a touch, be composed. Nope, spooned it. But don't worry, let's play him up front. Mawani came on, was crap. Right? Bergvall came on. First thing he does, fouling people, runs around, pushing people, fouling people, giving away free kicks. Richarlison came on, was shit. So you tell me, randomer, people in the chat tell me, what were the subs that everyone in our fan base seems to know that he could have made that he didn't? Because let me ask you, Perchy, who are the three players that didn't come off the sub bench yesterday for Spurs?
Kinski, Gray, and God, I can't remember. Byfield, yes, sorry, yeah, Byfield. Forgot.
A goalkeeper, a 16-year-old centre back, and Archie Gray, right? And our fans are going, "Cool, didn't make the right subs." Oh, I'm sorry. Was Byfield meant to come on up front? What is it that people are not getting about this squad? It is not a top 3 or 4 squad. We have to stop thinking it is.
I don't know where this. Clearly said subs on time. Wait, hang on. Whoa. when did he get the subs wrong though? I thought he got the subs on right. What was he? Wait, hang on. Let me. But I'm not letting you get away with this. This is bullshit. I'm sorry, but I'll call it as this is bullshit. So he made the subs. Okay, I'll read them out to you. He made subs on the 60th minute. He brought off Tell for Richarlison. Didn't really do anything. They then score in the 77th minute. He then brings on Bergvall and Mawani for Odegaard and Simmons to react to the goal. What was he meant to do differently? And by the way, those players were already warming up to come on before it. So when we talk about getting the subs wrong, and then at the end he brought on Johnson for Jed Spence to try and get a goal, and Sarr for Bentoncourt with 5 or so minutes to go. When we say he got the subs wrong, when did he get them wrong? I think it's this is what happens, right? People just say shit and think that I'm not going to fucking check what you're talking about. So can someone tell me when he got the subs wrong? He subbed a striker that was crap. So he subbed a striker that was crap and brought on another crap striker, but Tell was shit in the first half. So can someone tell me when he got subs wrong? I'll wait. He said we're saying the subs were too late. Too late for what? For what? In what sense, though? He made the change in the 60th minute to bring on Richarlison. What did people want us to make 5 subs in the 60th minute? It's not how football works. You don't make that level of change. He then made changes in the 79th minute after us conceding. Look, I think it's just pathetic at the moment. I'll call it out. I don't care whoever says it. I can give a shit. Like, I think it's pathetic. Like, we're basically blaming the manager for making a sub on the 60th minute, the 79th minute, and the 86th minute. When would you want him to bring on subs? And who would you brought on? We haven't got any players on the bench that are good enough.
What I don't get about it, right, is I've supported Spurs for donkey's years. And I've seen us finish 17th last year, and you're thinking to yourself, right, let's just have a respectable season this year and get away from, let's just get back to being no drama. But we've lost 2 in 8, right? I'm going to show you this league table again, Perchy. 3 teams have only lost 1. 3 teams, Crystal Palace,
yeah,
Bournemouth, and Arsenal. Other than that, no one else has lost more games less games than us. We're going into this meltdown mode after every game now. Like with football fans, it used to be that you'd go, oh, what a bad 10 games we've had. Or look at those 5 defeats in a row. Spurs have lost their first game in 8.
Yep.
Right? First game in 8. And people like Marios and this youth Spurs and that, they're going on as though, oh, how can you not see that this manager's awful? Well, we've lost 2 in 12 in all competitions. If I had said to you, Perchy, in the middle of August, before the season started, in Thomas Frank's first 12 games in all competitions, he's going to lose 2 of that 12. You would have gone, yeah, I'll take that. 2 out of 12. Yep. But we lose 2 and 1 in 8, and it's awful, rubbish, terrible. He's got to play this player there, that player there.
I think this is the problem, right? I think this is the bit, and I think people don't realise when you hear some of the, and when people, by the way, big up Fiona in the chat, but the meltdown is the amount of idiots I've seen say Frank out because we've lost 2 games in 12 or whatever it is. It's embarrassing.
Hey, can we hang on? Can we this is the ridiculous thing. Let me another troll, right?
God.
Let's break this down. Let's break down how dumb this comment is. It's premature, but people can see Frank won't take us to the promised land. Who will? Sorry, which manager is coming into Tottenham Hotspur and taking us to the promised land? Grow up.
What does that even mean, by the way?
Right, yeah, well, we'll get to that in a second. Second of all, right, as I said, this is the silly kids in 2025 that just chat shit and want to sound clever. Now, let's take this second bit about Glasner, right? Right? Glasner. So Mario, so we should be top of the league, is what you're saying.
We're what's it? What are we 4 points or 5 points off the top? What are we doing here? Come on.
Right. So
This is nuts.
So let's get back to this silly comment. Last season, Perchy, yeah, Glasner didn't win a game for 9 at Palace. The first 9 games of the season, Glasner didn't win. Let me paint you a scenario, Perchy.
I know what you're going to say.
All right. Now, Glasner took the job instead of Frank. Fine. I like Glasner. I think he's a quality manager, but right? That's not my problem, isn't with Glasner. Imagine Glasner didn't win in his first 9 games of the season. We would have hounded him out, right? Iriola, another one everyone loves. You know how many games he didn't win for Bournemouth? How many it took to get his first win?
Wasn't it like 7 or 8 or something like that?
Didn't win any of his first 10 games for Bournemouth.
Right.
Right?
And
now,
it was a
what
good
does this
period.
tell you? Maybe managers need a little bit of time at the beginning of their tenures to work on things. Because if Thomas Frank had not won any of his first 9 or 10 games, all these people going, oh, Glasner, oh, Iriola, what would they have done?
Oh, mate, people are just...
It's mad. It is crazy. What is this promised land? Can anyone in the chat what promised land are we going to? Are we talking about winning a Premier League?
So this is what I'm saying. This is how I know it's insane, right? This is how I know it's insane. So all of a sudden...
You don't fully back Frank, Matt. Everything you said last year about Ange, you do not apply to Frank. We lost nearly every week last year, and you were in it. Every single one of us saw you, mate. Now, I'll invite you to come on right now and talk to us about it, because every one of us saw you last year. Am I lying, Perchy? Week in, week out. Yeah, but we lost because of this. We lost because of that. Lost because of that. Lost because of that. This year, hang on. He's lost 2 games out of 12, Perchy. He can't take us to the promised land.
I've got another one for you. I've got another. Where's Matt sitting there saying, but we've had injuries? I've not seen him say it once, by the way. Yep. All last season, Matt, and I'll call you
injuries.
You were going, yeah, but Andrew's got injuries. Think about the injuries. Where is it now? We've got 10 players out injured at the moment.
Sorry, Marius, when did we last beat Brighton away?
When did we last beat Wolves, by the way?
When did we last beat Wolves or Brighton away?
I love it.
Let's do some research. Perchy, let's do some research. Tell me when. I know we've not beaten Wolves in 5 or 6 games. When did we last win at the Amex?
Shall I tell you?
Yeah, I'd love to know.
Hang on, we're gonna start on the Wolves versus Tottenham one. Is a good one to start with.
I want top 4 and a trophy, Savva, not a lot. We have not got the best top 4 squad. What are you doing? Oh my God.
Spurs last. Okay, we start with Wolves. Do you know when I'll put this in the chat. Do you know the last time Tottenham beat Wolves? Can anyone? I want to see without cheating. Does anyone know?
Who?
Correct. We last beat them 1-0 at home in the 20th of August 2022. So Wolves have got a result. Have beaten us 4 out of the last 6 games. They've won 4, drawn 2, lost none in our last 6 games. But all of a sudden, we have to beat Wolves, by the way. Have to.
Don't get me wrong. Am I disappointed we didn't beat Wolves? Yes. But
of course.
Now all of a sudden, Brighton away is an easy game. Brighton away.
Brighton away. We will check on this one. I like it. I do like it.
By the way,
fixtures.
By the way, Brighton, if I'm not wrong, in their last 2 home games, haven't they beaten Man City and Newcastle at the Amex? Can anyone in the chat verify that?
So do you want to know firstly when the last time we beat Brighton away?
Got 2020.
No, 2022 we beat them 1-0 away. We beat them 1-0 away in 2022. The last time we drew, obviously we've just done. We lost 3-2 in 2024, and we lost 4-2 in 2023.
From a Newcastle fan, this is. So my team are sitting 13th, 5 points below Spurs, and I'm seeing a bigger meltdown in Spurs. What is going on? You guys are doing excellent despite the blip. But David, thank you. And it would be good if some of these kids would actually start understanding that Tottenham are not as good as they think we are. Right? It is a madness. Perchy, all I want is fourth and a trophy. Don't we all?
Mental.
I love this show. This is the show. By the way, when people say, why do you read out comments? This is what this show is for.
This is what this show's about. For you lot to say stupid shit and we call it out. I don't care. This is how it goes, man.
Yeah. Hang on. Big L.
Oh, Big L.
Big L. The thing is, the performances are a concern. But I said this in the summer. I don't expect Spurs to play well. I don't think we've got the players to play well right now. I don't think we've got the setup to play well. We need a ball-playing number 8. We need a left winger, and we need a striker. Right? And my man Ben is bang on. You think about it, right? I'll call him out again. Yeah?
Where is he?
Big angepostecoglou, he said, that was crap. Savva noshes off Frank. That was crap. Savva noshes off Frank. I'll tell you what would really help, Big angepostecoglou. What would really help? Maybe a comma or some context.
Haven't you got to be at a job centre at the moment? Haven't you? You should not be in our chat. You need to be at the job centre.
I love this though, right? Can we go back to Marius's comment? I love it, right? Are you... let's ask in the chat. I'll tell you what, this is good fun. This is good fun. I love these shows.
I'll tell you, this is why this show is amazing.
Be honest with me, and I'll be able to tell from who the people are. You can always tell who's going to say the stupid thing. Who in the chat looks at this Tottenham squad and says, we should be fourth and the trophy?
Mad, isn't it? Yeah. Someone will say that honestly, I just think this is it's crazy.
So what's changed from last season? Well, last season we lost 22 games in the league and we finished 17th. We're not going to this season. That's what's changed. How are these Ange fans not understanding the difference between this year and last year? It is honestly, I just don't think I can do this every day on YouTube, mate. I'm so disillusioned with how dumb some of these fans are. I don't get it.
Oh,
there you go. Just check. Brighton have beaten City and Newcastle at home this season. But we got a draw there, and we're terrible.
No. We should be beating them, by the way. We have a God-given right that we should be beating Brighton away. This is insane.
Honestly, we have the funniest fans ever. Right. Come on, people. Who in the chat, right, is saying fourth and a trophy? I'm going to see what my mate Matt says. The promised land is major trophies. Some fans may not see. Right. I'll tell you what, Matt. Who right now is coming to Tottenham and winning a Champions League or a Premier League? Right?
Name me one manager with the squad that we've got right now winning a Champions League. One.
Matt, are you going to come on the show?
Oh, Matt, please can we have Matt on? I love when Matt comes on.
Come on the show, right? Because again, Matt, it's not about being a Frank lover. Matt, there's no drama. The difference is you were defending Ange when we were sitting 17th and a few points off relegation. I'm talking about a manager that has us 2 points off second. Like I'm comfortable with where we are, Matt. There is no drama. Fans like you and Marius, though, I mean, you've done a complete 180 on last year. Last year was managers need 5 years. Remember that, Perchy? Give managers 3 to 5 years. Right? This manager, can't take us to the promised land. I'll tell you what, Matt. You could give this team to Sir Alex Ferguson and Jose and Conte and Klopp all at the same time. They're not winning a league or a Champions League.
I think it's funny, man.
Bang on, Daigle. Bang on. Right. Somebody who gets it. Spurs fans doubting Frank's attacking brain. Forget he developed Mbuemo, Wissa, Sharda, and Damsgaard, and Tony, and Ollie Watkins. A lot of
Yeah.
players.
And the rest.
Oh, mate.
And the rest.
I
Don't
love
forget
our
about
fans.
players like Ben Rama, by the way. Don't forget about Ben Rama. There was loads of them. I think it's not. This is the nonsense, man. This is absolute nonsense. Like,
Oh, shut up, Matt. I'd love to come on.
Come on, man.
You bottle it every week. I
Mate,
don't
Matt,
apply.
come on.
I don't apply my logic to Frank. Explain it. Come on and explain it. Don't shit your pants and then I'm being hostile. No, I'm not. I'm calling out your nonsense. And if that's me being hostile, Matt, I can't help it. Come on. Come on and tell me how I'm not applying my logic to Frank. By the way, are you on X or Instagram so Perchy can send you a link?
I don't have X, mate.
You have Instagram, right?
I do have that. I preferably not give it my personal Instagram, but yeah,
No,
I can.
sure. I'm just trying to think of how I can get in there. I can email you. I'll tell you what.
No,
I'll
but
tell
then
you what,
Matt may not want his personal email left in the chat. That's the only thing I'm thinking.
No, that is true. That is true. I just find it hilarious. What logic am I not applying to Frank? I don't know what Frank's done wrong. We've lost a couple of games. We're Tottenham Hotspur. We're going to lose some games. What logic am I not applying? Mate, you have sat there and said every week when we lost, this man needs 3 to 5 years. Right? 3 to 5 years. Yet with Thomas Frank, you've made up your mind in 8 games that Thomas Frank, now we can all see it, he's not very good. But what are you doing? We were fighting for a Europa. We were playing crap teams to win a Europa. What do you mean fighting for a Europa?
Well,
I can't do it. He's just so silly.
Those tough battles with AZ Alkmaar and Bodo Glimt, man.
So, Marios, if you wanted Ange out because we're 17th and we've got a manager that's currently got us sitting 6th, 2 points off second, why are you so upset? Why are you so upset? Make it make sense to me. Nah, not all season he didn't. No, I love this nonsense.
Oh, the revisionism. I love it, by the way. Big up to you lot, man. The revisionism is incredible. When he focused on the league, he finished 5th. He was out of all the competitions. And you do realise, John, Kramer fan, you do realise that we played our least amount of football matches that season in that first season because Ange got us knocked out of the Carabao Cup before the transfer window had closed. Don't forget that one. Let's not forget that one. And we were out. I think we only won one game in the FA Cup and got booted out to Man City.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Ferg, I don't think anyone disagrees with you, mate. I don't think anyone disagrees with you. Our home form has been a problem for a very, very long time. And this is one of the biggest things that Frank is going to have to sort out. We have been poor at home for the last 18 months, 2 years. We've got to address it. You are absolutely right. No one is saying, by the way, that Frank is perfect. He's got a lot to sort out. Right? He's got a lot to sort out, but he needs some time. And by the way, bang on. Yes, you are right. Whatever I have said, Ben, for 2 years, he disagrees with me. If I sat here and said, this is a glass of water, he'd find a way to tell me, no, that's orange juice. He's that sort of guy. He forgets that what I can do is, this as a YouTuber, Ben, I can click on his name and see every single message he's ever put into one of my chats. He forgets that. And I see all of the times he defended losing. We lose one game under Frank. Oh, this is terrible. This is dreadful. Not once did I hear him say that under Ange. Not once. Every game under Ange was an excuse. And that is why I call him out. That is why I call him out.
No, 100%. Like, it's just, Oh,
I
yeah.
know our fans are funny, man. I do like our fan base, but other fan bases think we're a shit fan base for this very reason. We have some of the most deluded. Marios, again, you haven't told us what your team would. Tell us your 11, Marios. Tell us your 11. And
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
that's a good shout. Go on, give me
I'll tell you
11
what.
because you can't. We'll have that stuck on a post-it note.
I'll tell you what. No, I'll tell you what, we'll do this. Here you go. Share screen. Here you go. Marios, you tell me the 11. I'll put it up here and we'll all look at it and see what's great about it. All right. So you put the 11 into your next thing. Before we do that, let me do some super chats. Big up to Adam Gill. Said, would you give Scarlett or William Barnett a chance? No. We've got to stop thinking that children are the answer. We've got to stop this. Scarlett is not good enough, and Williams Barnett is about 11. Like we've got to stop this. No, I wouldn't. Would you, Perchy?
No chance. Look, can we? And you know my thoughts on this. Can we just let these young players develop at the level that they need to be developing at? All of a sudden, but again, notice, Adam, big up to you, my man. You sent the super chat in, but you're doing exactly everything I said earlier. Now Dane Scarlett's the answer. A Dane Scarlett that can't score goals at anywhere he goes to, and a kid. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I just think it's nonsense.
Yeah. Again, this rhetoric that it's the centre mid combos. The centre mid combo for me isn't why we're not winning games. It's the forward line that is why we're not winning games. It's madness, by the way. My mate Matt said you were never putting as much emphasis on the attack last season. What do you mean? Last season, until the end of the season, he had Kulusevski, he had Madison, and some were scoring goals. What do you mean? What do you mean? This year, we don't have Kulu, Son, or Madders, or Solanke, who isn't even that great. What are you talking about? Right, super chats. Big up to you, Adam. Really appreciate that, my man. Really appreciate that. Big up to my man, Blaine, who said, big up, lads. Horrible result. Realised it's my fault as both games in the new stadium I've seen us lose, but I survived a day with Sean and still have a liver.
What? Can we ask Blaine? Were you not still out today? Otherwise, if not, Sean's a liar, and he should be then live in 40 minutes. Or are you still out with him? Otherwise,
what time did you get in, Blaine?
Yeah, Blaine. What time did you get in? Because otherwise, Sean's just basically lied to say because he's got a hangover. That's what it is, isn't it?
Sean's got a hangover. Big up to you, Blaine. Love you, dude. Let us know what time you got in. Big up to Futures Bright, Futures Lily White. Not one super sticker, but two. Thank you very much, my man. Very appreciated. Big up to Marios, who is paying me for every time he puts in a bad opinion, which means you owe me about £1,000 in this show, my man. Big up to you, Marius. Appreciate you. And whole Spurs said, can the Frank Out fans say, who do we get? Mate, it's funny because I said this whole Spurs. Thank you very much for the super chat. I said this whole Spurs. By this reckoning, what that means is we get rid of Frank and you bring in Iriola right now. In 8 games, Iriola's got to sort us out. In 8 games, he has to make our attack brilliant, our midfield tick, and our defense really strong. And he can't lose more than 2 games. And if he does, you know what? Sack him, get the next one in. This is how crazy football is. In my 42 years of being alive, I've never seen such childish fans. Like, surely we all realize that this year was about, can we have some calm and can we give a manager some time to build and develop? I don't forget anything. I defended the losing as we were in the Europe. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, we saw you every week, Matt. Every week we saw you, Matt, with your excuse. Mate, I don't need to pick and choose what I tell my viewers. They saw you in here every week. Every week we saw your nonsense. John Craig, we should get Eric Ten Hag. Sure.
Now you're a wind up. Now you can't. If you're going to out yourself as a troll, don't do it that easily. Come on, man. Some of you have got to be better than that. I pinned it, by the way, for you.
Big up to Jamie. I don't disagree with you. So literally don't care about league tables till Christmas. 2 losses so far. some stability in areas for improvement. I see no downsides. I agree. We have massively improved at the back. We are more solid in the middle. We have got to sort out that forward line. Hence why I said it was a negligent window.
Equally, it's a good point what Jamie says here, though. I'll just add on to it. Why can't we wait until we've played everyone in the league once? Then we can have a little understanding where we are. Like, we haven't played everyone yet, so we don't actually know where we are properly as a football team.
Yeah. FC has said Frank and one defeat in 8 games and just 0 win in 8 games. Yeah, FC. Yeah, absolutely. By the way, can we say there is an infographic of the 2 defensive midfielders that shows it doesn't work? Well, hang on, Ferg. Hang on. If it didn't work, why did Spurs have the entire momentum of the game?
Yeah.
Why have we got most of the game here if it didn't work? Sorry, would that mean the midfield would have worked if Tell had not fluffed his lines at the back post? Would the midfield have worked if Brennan Johnson didn't blaze one over the bar? Or if Odegaard didn't shoot straight at the defender from about 6 yards out?
Mawani having an air shot.
Mawani having an air shot means that the midfield didn't work. I don't get it.
You'll see it now. Bentancur is the scapegoat, by the way. Bentancur is the problem when he hasn't done anything wrong. I'm telling you now.
I just don't get it. Ferg, you could show me whatever post you want. I thought they bossed that midfield Villa 3 yesterday. I thought they actually both played really well. Here we go. Right, his team. Right, hang on. Hang on. Is he playing? He's playing a 4-2-3-1.
4-2-3-1. Yeah.
Here we go. Let's bring up his team. All right. So we'll leave that there. So here we go. Ready? So he's playing a 4-2-3-1?
Yeah, 4-2-3-1.
Okay, 4-2-3-1. Let's go there. So he's gone with who's the goalkeeper?
Kinski in goal.
Kinski, all right. Yep. Who's the right back?
Porro, Romero, Van der Ven, Spence.
Hang on. Porro, Romero, VDV, and Spence. Yep.
And then Sarr and Paulinho.
Okay, so Sarr's now the saviour, is he? Yeah, go on then. The front and the three.
And then Brennan Johnson on the Brennan Johnson on the left.
Yep.
Kudos on the right, Simmons in the 10, and then Mawani up top, like you got there.
Brilliant. Okay, so let's have a look at this. Let's break this down for Marios, everybody. So Kinski, who's done the square root of nothing, should be our number 1 goalkeeper. Based on what? Okay, there's the first one. That back 4 is exactly the back 4 that Thomas Frank has been playing.
Yep.
Right? Paulinho has started every game. Kudos starts every game on the right. Simmons is starting every game on the left. Randall Kolo Mawani has not been fit to start a game. Mm-hmm. So the only 2 positions essentially that he is annoyed about, right, is Johnson on the left, right? Johnson on the left.
Johnson again on Leo. Amazing.
Right. So please tell me how Johnson and Sarr in this team changes anything we did yesterday.
Do you know what it does do? It actually opens our midfield up is actually what this does. Because Sarr won't be in position and... Oh, hang on. That's not him, by the way.
Who?
No, don't worry. I'll do it. The chat. Carry on talking. Can I tell you just quickly before we do that? Pro shoot. No. See, again, guys and girls, I'm going to give you a wonderful insight into a fucking idiot like Pro shoot. They don't listen. When he says you don't rate any of our youngsters, no. There's a difference between the youngsters need to be used as youngsters, getting a few minutes here, a few minutes there, or out on loan, and being ready for the first team. Do I think that Gray, Tell and Odegaard are good enough for the first team? No, I don't. Bergvall, I think, is an interesting one, and I think he's good enough for certain games. But again, he's still young and needs to develop. Who else is it that I don't rate? Pro shoot. I'll hand this back to you. P.S.
me having worked in a youth setup at a Premier League club has nothing to do with the youth players at Tottenham Hotspur. But a good try. Thank you for trolling. Good try. But you're not that clever, I'm afraid. It's absolutely mad. Exactly, FC. We saw you. We saw you.
Look, this is the problem, right? This team, let's be fair, does this team solve our problems?
No way out of what? We've lost 2 games in 12. Nothing bad has happened. What are we talking about?
You think the way people are talking, right, is like we're bottom of the league. I find this amazing. Like, yeah. You guys are amazing.
What are we doing?
Martin Lunds has had a stinker and hooked.
It is madness. It is madness. Savva is delusional, but at least Savva can spell. This is honestly, honestly, people are saying these things like, yeah, but Savva got it really wrong with Frank. We're 6th. What happened? What's happened? We're not bottom. I don't understand what these people have seen that I haven't.
So guys, what did so by the way, so from this notion, right? Oh, get out, Mario.
Perchy. When Vicario was out and Kinski was playing last year, do you know all I heard from Spurs fans? Vicario would have saved that today. Vicario would have saved that. Now Vicario's playing it. Kinski would have saved.
I'm telling you, Savva. Trust me. You are better You're a better football player not playing for Tottenham. I'm sticking, but this is my new thing right now. I'm going to stick with it. You are better off not playing for Tottenham because you are better. Kinski's now the saviour in goal, by the way, because he's not playing. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing.
It cracks me up. Rates Frank was 1-0 and managed Brentford. Absolutely.
What was he meant to win at Brentford? Piss off. Get out of here, man.
Get rid of that bloke. He's just a troll. Let's get rid of him. What an idiot. Oh, what an idiot. It's just so ridiculous. It's like, I feel like I've woken up 6 months later and we've been relegated. Like, I don't really know. I don't really know what's happened so bad that people are going, told you Frank wouldn't work. Well, first of all, what does wouldn't work mean? Second of all, who is rating these players?
Oh, it's amazing.
Matt, yes, if he's given the players to compete and win for major trophies, can I see it with Odegaard and Tell and Bergvall and Sarr and Gray and Richarlison and Johnson? No. Oh my gosh.
So this is what I don't get right. And big up Matt. Do you know what? Fair play to Matt. He gives it, and at least he sticks to it. I mean, his opinions are all over the place. I mean, you're like Bergvall playing just all over the place, just running around everywhere. But do I think what? By the way, when has it been this new thing where it's all about majors? By the way, Savva, park that for a second. Why can't we just win something like in 5 years? Why is all of a sudden being in 5 years we've got to win a major? I'm assuming you mean the Premier League or the Champions League. I'm assuming that's what it means. I don't know why that's all of a sudden the only ones we need to win, but it's just crazy. Yeah, look, if we buy better players, why not?
I love these fans because my answer will be the same answer for any manager managing Tottenham. I don't expect any manager to win one of the big ones, the Champions League or the Premier League, unless Spurs buy quality players year in, year out for a number of years. You cannot give a manager Odegaard, Tell, Johnson, Richarlison, right? And then say, go on, win a major honour. It is mental.
Matt, I'm going to ask you a question right now. And it's a simple. Yes. I don't want the round the houses answer. If you had the option to sack Thomas Frank today, but replace him with Ange, would you? That's the question. Yes or no is all I want. I don't want. Oh yeah, but no. Would you sack Thomas Frank today and hire Ange Postecoglou, who lost 18 or was it? No, he got 2 points out of 8 games or something stupid or whatever it was. That's the question. I'll leave it at that.
But by the way, you do realise after 8 Premier League games, you can't have won a trophy. Like, I don't understand. We're in October. We're in October. It's about the hope. Without the hope, there's nothing. Well, sure, but doesn't he need some transfer windows first?
But this is my point, right? We're now judging Thomas Frank on 8 games where you're right, he couldn't win anything. This is crazy. Well, can I just say, I'm so happy I gave up this, and this is the only show I do, by the way, on a Monday night. Yeah. I'm so happy because I only deal with it for 2 hours. Like, you have to. This is insane.
I know. This is how dumb our fan base is. I've said it. I don't mind if I offend people. I don't mind. Right? And legend. Seeing at Forest has made him see him in a different light. Matt, do you mean the light that the rest of us saw him in last season when you were backing him through every defeat?
Oh, don't. Do you know what's funny, right? Ange did everything the same he did at Spurs at Forest, right? And the difference is, right, he couldn't fall back on the Europa League, which is what he was able to do with Tottenham fans. He fell back onto that. But he did everything, like sitting it. So, I mean, were you there? Did you see one of the either press conference or interview where he went, I thought we controlled the game. I mean, Newcastle battered you, mate. What are you on about? Did you see that one?
Oh yeah, mate.
So funny. I was like, you've got to be on a different level here. That's mad.
Here we go. I'm going to ask the chat a question because again, my mate Marios is just having a stinker. I don't ask to win major honours. I want to be beating teams like Wolves at home. We all do, right?
Sure.
And Bodo and Villa. Sure. Okay. I'm going to ask some questions.
We like questions.
I'm going to ask some questions, right? So, Marios, is Arnie Slot shit? Is Slot shit, Marios? He's just lost 4 in a row. Right? I'll ask this question. When Pochettino was at Spurs, did Pochettino not lose any games that we should have won? Colchester, for one. Seem to remember him losing some Europa League games that we shouldn't have lost. Didn't Antonio Conte lost to Mura? Was it NS Mura?
Yes.
Antonio Conte lost to?
No.
Jose Mourinho.
Yeah.
Jose Mourinho lost to Norwich in the cup.
Zagreb.
All of these managers lose games like this, mate. Alex Ferguson lost games that he shouldn't have lost. Arsene Wenger. Mikel Arteta hasn't won a trophy for Arsenal and has gone out to poor teams. Marios, this world you live in, right? You do realise, Marios, what you're saying is with the 2 games you're saying we should have won, that means we'd be top of the table. We'd be top. If we had beaten Villa and Wolves, we'd be top, right? So what you're saying is you want to be better than every other team. And we all want that, but it's not realistic, Marios. It's not realistic. I think this is the problem, right? This is the problem. There's too many younger, newer fans who don't quite understand the food chain in football. Liverpool are the defending champions. They've just spent £440 million and have lost 4 games in a row. Who's doing a better job, Frank or Slot? Who's doing a better job? Right?
Mate, crazy.
And if that's the case, are we sacking Slot? And by the way, I think anyone that says sack Slot is absolutely mental.
It's ridiculous, mate. It's ridiculous.
People don't want to put up with a couple of bad games.
Mate.
People do not want to put up with a couple of bad games. Spurs have lost 1 game in 8. Perchy, do you know the funny thing? Right? This is how close it is in football. Let's say Kudus' goal had gone in and it wasn't offside. Right? and Villa can't come back from 2-0. Right? Spurs would be second in the league, only behind Arsenal.
No.
Right? So after 1 hour of football, we've gone from could have been second. We were, while we were winning, we were second. But now it's Frank's crap rubbish. This is utterly embarrassing. Now, use your brain, right? John Kramer fan. That you are exactly the reason we do this podcast. What are we doing here? Listen to the comparison I'm making.
Yeah.
The comparison is Slot won the Premier League with a superior squad of footballers. He then goes and spends £440 million on top quality footballers, right? And he loses games in a row. No one's saying Slot should be sacked, but we've got fans going, Frank, he's not the right guy. Cool. Let's sack Slot. Let's sack Frank. Who else has lost recently? Chelsea lost the other week, didn't they? Let's sack Maresca. He didn't win for 3 games in a row. Let's sack him. Let's sack Eddie Howe. Where's Eddie Howe in the league? Let's sack him.
They're 12th, ain't they?
Here we go. Let's have a look. Let's sack. How many Newcastle fans right now are saying sack Howe? Can't even see them there, can you? Ready? How many Newcastle fans are saying sack Eddie Howe?
Mate,
right?
It is insane.
They're 5 points behind us. They've won 1 in 4.
Mate, it is insane. Like the short,
it's crazy.
The short termism. I've got to bring this up, by the way. This one's a good one because my mate Matt, I love you, Matt. You're the best. But I'm gonna read out some fun facts. You know I like a fun fact. If someone's gonna say stupid shit, we were decimated with injuries and had 3 centre backs out at once. Hold that. He went into you're talking about. He went into a very strong defense and was opened up like a tin of beans. Context. Who? I'm assuming you're on about Ange. Right now, Maddison. Do you know when he's back? 1st of June, they're suggesting. Radu Dragusin, do you know when he's back? End of November. Dejan Kulusevski, end of November. Solanke, early November. Bissouma, early November. Kota Takai, early November. Christian Romero now, end of October, early November. Being assessed still, it says. Destiny Udogie, end of October, early November, still being assessed. Ben Davis, no return date yet on him. So when we talk about injuries,
Takai.
I mentioned Takai's out still.
Randall Colomawani hasn't played so far in 3 months. He's played 20 minutes. But notice how we don't use the injuries for Frank.
No, 100%. It's ridiculous. We've got to use. Can I just say something right now? The Thomas Franken trophy thing, and Matt, of course, it had to be you. It had to be you that said this. It had to be. It couldn't be anyone else. Can I ask a serious point? Because I'll be honest, this is the one that triggers me the most. It does wind me up, and I don't care. I'll say it how it is. Right? The Thomas Frank winning a trophy. Thomas Frank, anyone tell me when Thomas Frank was expected to win a trophy? When was the last time Thomas Frank was expected to win a trophy? Just once. Because every time the season starts, I go, yeah, I'm going to put my money on Brentford winning the League Cup this year. I'm going to put my money on Brentford winning the FA Cup this year. This is nonsense. This is absolutely
but
nonsense.
This is the point, right? I'm not comparing Frank and Howe. Matt, I'm going to say this. I'm not going to read out your comments anymore if you're too shit scared to come on because you're not listening, right? Let's be fair. Do you know what, by the way, when people say this, just remember, Greg, Glasner, by the way, is someone that also doesn't ever change his formation. our fans would be going mad, going, oh my God, he's not changed his formation. Listen, I like Glasner, right? I like Iriola. I like Frank. Problem is, Spurs at the moment haven't had the time with the manager or haven't got the players to play how we want to play. It takes time. The manager has been here 3 months. All of these people like Matt, they give Ange 2 years, but Frank doesn't get till the end of October, and he's had 2 international breaks during this time. It is apps. I despise this fan base at times, Perchy. I do. I think. I just think I've never known such childish takes. It used to be a case that a manager would come in, right? Right? Matt, you can blame them. Matt, just because we won the Europa, doesn't mean we're just going to not lose games of football. I'm blocking him. He's an idiot. I can't deal with him.
We talk like, you know what? Do you know what happens, right? We talk like we're a Burnley.
We're Liverpool or City.
No, but it's worse than that though. Like we actually talk like we're a small football club that, but we've won a something. So all that matters is if we can win a cup here and there. And that's bullshit. I want us to actually progress, but it takes time. All of a sudden, I said this to you, by the way. I said this to you at the end of May, beginning of June, right? Winning the Europa League was the best thing and the worst thing for our football club.
Oh, for sure.
Because it was the best thing because it got that monkey off our back. But what it done now is all of a sudden, everyone now thinks that we've got this weird entitlement as a football club. We've got this weird entitlement that we're going to win everything. It's ridiculous. What is going on here?
Messaged me a really good point, right? Someone's just messaging me a really good point. I'm not going to name who, and said, Matt is bitching about 3 centre-backs being out, right? But yet moans about lack of goals when we've got 3 forwards out.
Oh, he's absolutely. That's a mic drop moment. That's a great point.
So, but this is the thing, right? When you look who's missing, right? Dominic Solanke. I'm not even the biggest fan of Dominic. Dominic Solanke hasn't played. What's he played in the Premier League? Has he played in the Premier League this season?
Who?
Dominic Solanke.
Yeah, he came on, didn't he? He came on at the start, I want to say, and then got injured again, didn't he?
Right.
I think he's
played Dominic Solanke minutes. Has had 15 minutes. Let's go with that, right? Randall Colomawani's played about 15 minutes of Premier League football, whatever he had yesterday.
Yeah.
Kulu hasn't played a minute of Premier League football, right?
Maddison hasn't.
Maddison out for the season. And we're all sitting here going, why aren't we scoring loads and loads and loads of goals? Why aren't we killing teams off? Why aren't we playing really well? I don't know. Maybe because all of the attacking flair players aren't available. But you know what? None of us have used that as an excuse. All the fans last year, but we're missing defenders. Sure. Then yesterday we were missing 2 of our back 4, weren't we? But you know what? We didn't go gung-ho wide open. I just don't get it. Perchy, look, I'm going to say this, right? We are where I expect us to be. We're in and around that 6th, 7th, 8th area at the moment, right? With the players that are available, I expect that. By the way, with the players that were available last year, that's exactly what I expected of Ange, by the way. My prediction last year, Perchy, was 7th. I said 7th is where we should be finishing. But all anyone talks about last year, for a manager that had the players for 2 years, 1 whole year without Europe, by the way. So he was on a training ground every day. Injuries. This manager, doesn't matter how many injuries he's got. These people don't mention it. Doesn't matter how many players. They all went, oh, but he lost Kane. This manager's lost Kulu, Maddison, Solanke, Son. But they don't mention that. They don't mention that.
Mm.
I just think everybody needs to take their foot off the gas. Give this manager a year to get shit sorted.
Agreed.
Give him
It takes
a
time, man.
couple of transfer windows to bring in some proper footballers and all will be okay. Mate, if you keep saying the same thing, you're just going to be blocked.
I want to bring up something where I've just lost it now. I want to bring this up. 1 second. My mate, Spur, he likes chatting.
Oh,
crap.
Spur's an idiot. So, sorry.
He's had a mare. Perchy, would you rather we settle for second place? No one said here about settling for second place and be like Arsenal and spending $1 billion to win nothing. Would I rather be Arsenal right now than Tottenham? Yeah, look at their squad. Whatever you think about it, I'd rather have a. Are you for real? I'm going to say this now. I don't think there's one Tottenham player that gets into Arsenal's squad right now. Name me one. They've got better defenders than us. They've got a better midfield than us, and they've got better attackers than us. So yeah, if I was to sit there and say, would I rather be Arsenal right now? Yeah, they've got a much better squad than us. Hate to say it. No, Angus, not one. Aim of the game is trophies, sure. Here's the question. Hang on. Let me finish this. Here's the point, right? Here's the point. Fine. The aim of the game is trophies. If you had 100, if you had to put your life savings on one team winning a trophy this season, are you going to put it on Tottenham or Arsenal? You're putting it on Arsenal every day of the week. They're more likely to win a trophy. Whatever you think about it, that's the facts of it. People don't like to hear that because it's Arsenal, but Arsenal are more likely to win a trophy than Tottenham are this season. End of. Sorry, I'll let you go now.
No. You're all good. You're all good. I would say the only two that I would say would be a discussion point to get in the Arsenal 11 would be possibly Paulinho. Possibly. But
yeah,
when you've got Zubimendi and Rice, it's a bloody good
Marino.
midfield. Yeah. And the only other one, it's difficult because the problem is Saliba and Gabriel are such a good partnership.
I'm not whatever people will hate to say it. I'm not swapping. Saliba and Gabriel are the best centre halves in the league as a pairing at the moment. Unfortunately, whatever people won't like it, man, but that is the truth.
Look, again, I think the difficulty is when we look at Arsenal, and yeah, the banter, they're our rivals. They've not won anything. Banter. Let me now forget the banter and let's talk like adults. Right?
I'm sorry. This guy's just said Jed Spence gets in at Arsenal's team. Over who?
Jed Spence doesn't even get in our team.
Jed Spence? What? Over what? Over Timber, who I think is one of the best fullbacks in the league. Oh, that is an awful take. So you've had a mare there.
Look, I think the interesting thing is, look, I know there's tribalism in football and there's bias and all that. I get it. But I look at Arsenal, and they do have the best squad in the league. They do.
They do.
Now,
we like it or not, they do.
The one question mark against them, I'll say this: if Pep Guardiola was the manager of Arsenal, I put my money on them winning the league. I don't, as a Spurs fan, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
No,
right?
that I agree with.
I make them the overwhelming favourites with Klopp, Pep, Jose. You get my drift.
Sure.
The reason I don't say they win the league is Arteta. However, look at their squad. Their squad is ridiculously strong. They don't have one back four. They have two. They have, right, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori. Mm-hmm. Then, if that back four was to all drop dead, they've got, that's a bit drastic, but they have got maybe Lasagna Gate, right? If they all got food poisoning, suddenly they've got Ben White, Mosquera, Hincapi, and Lewis Skelly, right? That's their 8 defenders.
Yeah.
Their goalkeepers, even their number 2 goalkeeper, Pepper, is an international goalkeeper, right? Now look at their midfield options. Rice, Zubamendi, Marino, Rice, Zubamendi, Marino, Odegaard, Eze, Norgard as a backup, right? They've then got they've then got Martinelli, Trossard, Madueke, Saka, Havertz, Gyökeres. Their squad is the best squad in the league. It is our squad. Ready? Spurs and Arsenal. Ready? Tell me when to stop. This is Arsenal. How many levels above Spurs is Arsenal's squad?
Now.
Right.
About there.
Right. Okay. Different levels. Now let's apply the context. Arsenal have spent £1 billion with their manager. Arsenal have had their manager for 5-6 years, right? They are a bloody good football team. But what is levelled at them, can they get over the line? That's going to be the question mark. Now, I'm not one of these fans that just says, oh my God, hate everything about every other club that isn't Spurs. I don't think Arteta can. If he does, you know what you turn around and do as an adult? Fair play. You got over the line. There's no reason why they shouldn't be winning the league. They've got the best squad. They've got the best depth, right? But when you look at where we are compared to them, look at where Chelsea are compared to them. Miles away. Miles and miles and miles away. Miles.
You're nowhere near. It's levels of delusion, unfortunately, and this is the problem. You're right. Like, this isn't for me. You're right about the Arteta thing, by the way. He's the only one that I go, if they don't win it, he for me, unfortunately, is the one that you go. He Arteta for me, and I've always said this, is the guy before the guy. Arteta is a bit like when you get in the guy, and now you get rid of him and you go and bring in a top manager. You bring in the top manager in and he wins the league with his team. But I just think I just think we need to be, if we're going to have these real adult conversations, no way. But this silly logic that the only 11 can start football isn't paid on paper. Palace wouldn't have beaten City in the FA Cup. Yeah, you Spurs. I feel like you're just being an idiot now. Like,
you're being.
You know what we're saying. Statistically, here's the point, right? No one would have gone and said. No one would have said that Palace were going to beat Man City in the final. No one's going, I'm going to put my life savings on Crystal Palace beating our Man City. You play the law of averages, right? That's how the team works.
People don't listen. Like, this guy has got a problem hearing. It's a major concern. Yeah, the point is, Randomer. The point is, that's why I said they should be winning the league.
Yeah,
I said I think City win it. Now, a lot of things need to happen for City to win it. Yes. 1, Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland. The moment that man gets injured, they ain't anywhere near it.
Yeah.
But at the moment, he is the most lethal striker in the country, like by a mile. All the while you keep him fit, you've got a chance of winning the title. Now, as a Spurs fan, who do I want to see to win the league? Man City or Arsenal? It's a no-brainer, right? It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I don't have a rivalry with Man City, right? But then when I say, go on, City, win this game, I get, you're a Spurs fan. It's like, sorry, you're a City fan. Well, no, I'm not. But I'd rather Man City win it than Arsenal. Sure. Isn't that a given? Listen, there's a difference between hating your rivals and talking about football in a grown-up manner, right?
Of course.
Connor Spurs said Perchy so spine. It's a joke. He copies every phrase Savva uses. Never seen him disagree with anything Savva says. Spur. So what you hate is that two grown-ups can sit and have a football chat without having to go hammer and tongue at each other.
We're having a. What do you mean? Wait, hang on, wait. The bit that makes me laugh is never disagree. We disagree a lot of things actually. Difference is we don't sit there and go. The problem is, as I've said this to you before, right? And this gets brought up a lot and stuff. And I said the problem is because me and you don't have massively polarizing. Basically, if you say, "Oh, we're gonna Arsenal gonna win the league," and I go, "No, they're not. We're gonna do," it's ridiculous. The people are absolutely crazy. Colespur, you've had a stinker, my man. Absolute mare.
I find it funny, and this is why I think I'm going to send everyone over to the Spurs 5, right? In a minute. But this is what I said. My man Kaz from Never a Foul did a video about this last week.
He did.
And he turned around and he said, you know what? He said all of the content creators are the ones that get blamed. He said, but it's the viewers that demand what they want to see. And the viewers, like that idiot there that just said you're spineless, they just want to see the popcorn moments. They just, oh my God, two people are shouting and having a fight with each other. Yeah. Thing is, Perchy and I don't agree on everything, but sometimes when Perchy, I'll say this, he never says things that I go, that is ridiculous. So a lot of things I go, okay. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. There are some people that I stream with where I go, no, that's just meant like, that's what? Like some of these things, right? But at the end of the day, the best podcasts that I listen to are about anything, doesn't have to be football, or where I'm seeing two adults having a grown-up conversation. But unfortunately, people like Cowspur, let's call it for what it is, they're dickheads, right? They just want the fight.
But the thing is what we do, like what people do, right? Me and Savva will have a disagreement, but what we do is we'll lay our argument out and then we'll go, oh no, I see where you're coming from. Like, for example, when was it the other day when Odegaard, remember we had the conversation about Odegaard and you went, nah, he's crap. And I went, no, I thought he was all right today. Don't think he was amazing. But what people want me to say is, oh no, Odegaard was amazing today. And you go, no, he was crap today. No, I said he was all right. You went, no, I didn't think he was that good. I went, no, he was okay. But I don't think he was anything better than okay. What people want is the polar opposites, right? Everything's got to be one's great, one's shit. Like, get out of here. That's not how it works.
Well, look, big up to Tottenham Trev's Football Talk. Big up to you, my man. Says we are average. A mid-table will be an improvement. Well, we'll see how average we are at the end of the season. But let's be honest, mid-table from last season is an improvement. But I don't think we will be mid-table. I think we will be somewhere in that 6th, 7th region. But big up to you. Thank you very much. Listen, Perchy, thank you. I'm going to send everyone over now. I'm going to send everyone over. Listen, you Spurs. Listen, I'll address people when you stop trolling. How about that? And Chris in the chat, if you are being anti-Semitic, come on, man. Come on, let's stop it. I'm going to, I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I don't know.
Just don't be dicks in chats, guys. Simple.
Yeah, just talk football. Guys, going to send you over to the Spurs 5. See you there in a minute. Take care. Much love. And as always, come on, you Spurs.